Hello everyone, this is Hiromi. How are you today? I am at the shared working space today and well, a little bit feel uncomfortable, but this is a very exciting experience for me. And today I'm going to read the waka poetry of Lady Murasaki, which is quite famous in Japan. And Lady Murasaki is the author of the Tale of Genji, which is said to be the first novel in the world. So let's get started. 巡り合いて見しやそれとも若沼に雲隠れにし夜の月かな Long last we meet only for you to live hurriedly, so I couldn't not recognize you, like the moon hidden behind the cloud. So who is Lady Murasaki? Let me share it with you. Okay. Lady Murasaki is from the Fujiwara clan. Murasaki Shikibu, around the 973 to 1014 or 25, is the first one of the most significant writer in the Japanese tradition. The tale of Genji, or Genji Monogatari, that she wrote in the early 11th century, is considered as a seminal piece of the classical Japanese literature. Its influence permeating everything from the subsequent Murasaki Shikibu to art and lives of the generations after her, all the way to this day. My apologies, I'm reading the article, so my pronunciation might be not very clear. Murasaki Shikibu was a daughter of the Fujiwara no Tametoki, a great-grandfather of the middle counselor Fujiwara no Kanesuke, and the mother of the Fujiwara no Kataiko, better known by the subsequent Daini no Sanmi. Although Shikibu's father was a low-ranking officer who only reached the lower grade of senior fifth rank, Shonoge, she was born into a family of a considerable poetic pedigree. Her father was well-versed in Chinese poetry, while her grandfather, Kanesuke, was closely associated with poet Kino Tsurayuki, who was one of the compilers of the Kokinshu, the collection of early and modern Japanese poetry, published in 905. As a child, Shikibu was allowed to join her brother Fujiwara no Nobunori and listen to the classics, Chinese classics, in which she became incredibly proficient, as she recalls in a famous passage of her diary that is now called Murasaki Shikibu Nikki, Diary of Murasaki Shikibu. When my brother, secretary at the Ministry of Ceremonial, possibly Ministry of War, borrowing notes it could be a mistake, was a young boy learning the Chinese classics. I was in the habit of listening with him, and I became unusually proficient at understanding those passages that he found too difficult to grasp and memorize. Father, a most learned man, was always recognizing the fact. Just my luck, he would say. What a pity she was not born as a man. Trans Bowling, 2005, 57 and 58. The education in Chinese classics that Murasaki Shikibu received in her youth is evident in both Genji Monogatari, rich in Chinese intertext, and in her own biography. At one point, she was called to teach Chinese classic to a young empress Shoshi, born Fujiwara no Shoshi, 988 to 1774, also known as Jotomonin. Murasaki Shikibu entered the imperial palace as a Shoshi's lady-in-waiting in 1005 or 1006, where she was a part of the talented literary salon to which Izumi Shikibu, the date uncertain, Hyakunin Isshu 56, Akazame Emon, date uncertain, Hyakunin Isshu 59, and Ise no Taiyu, date uncertain, Hyakunin Isshu 61, all belonged, and Murasaki Shikibu's daughter Kenshi, better known as the Daini no Sami, eventually joined. By the time Murasaki Shikibu entered the imperial palace, her daughter was only a few years old. She was born after Shikibu married Fujiwara no Nobutaka in 998, but he passed away just 3 years into the marriage. It is believed that it was after his death that Shikibu started writing Genji Monogatari, and that by the time she entered the service of Shoshi, the tale was already of a considerable fame. Well, 1000 Summers. I wonder whose website it is. The Japanese talking about the Japanese literature. This is a really fantastic website, so I will copy the website in the column, in the column and the field. Well, thank you for watching my video, and I might be a little bit clumsy to make this video as the first time to shoot the video outside my home, but I really enjoyed it. So let me recite again the poetry. Hello. 巡り合いて西やそれとも若沼に雲隠れにし夜はの月かな See you again. Bye.